This is what I'm here for. Sigil of Channeled Strength. Precise Action and Vigor. So that means we can,
That means you can cast different spells.
Yep.
You don't need any more camping supplies.
They're cheap, and we're always going to need them.
Well, we haven't even used them.
Haven't. I will. Mainly, they're cheap. That's my main thing. Quality Sigil of Fire. What's this?
Fire Eye Stone. This rock glows with the warmth trapped from an edict of fire. How it contains the heat without being consumed is a mystery.
Well, I don't know how to...
Oh,
it's an accessory?
It's a ring or something.
Yeah, okay. Well, I can't use it anyway. Alright, let's trade. Oh, interesting. We can only buy, like, 3 of the camping supplies, so it looks like we camp out.
You have a camp max.
Yeah, we've reached the maximum of camping supplies. Well, that's handy. And, okay, so if we go back into our inventory. Learn all this spellcasting stuff. I think there might be some more. Oh, right. We wanted the head wrap. Oh. Doesn't look terrible.
At least it recolored itself.
Oh. Can only be equipped by verse. Good to know. So this is not actually any better. Unless...
Can you equip that to yourself? And
yeah, Horde Boots? Yeah, I can. Okay, cool. And Crimson Spear Armor was not good for me. Was it good for her, though? Yeah, probably. It's only a mild recovery reduction. And should give her some survivability. Okay, party stash. Ah, there are some other...
You need more lore, though?
Well, no. I just have to learn them properly. Yeah, we picked these up, but I totally forgot to actually learn them. I figured we'd just learn them automatically. Turns out that's wrong.
Well, then let's look at our spells.
Yep, I'll manage it in a second. I just wanted to transfer everything back to the stash so my inventory doesn't get super cluttered. Okay, spell management. So we've got Cores of Illusion, Vigor. So this is a healing spell, probably. Okay, let's do Vigor. And we've got Focused Intent.
Which is the normal one.
Yeah,
Single
that's
target.
Healing Touch. And then Channeled Strength.
Cone. But why would you want to do Cone?
I just want to see what it does. Okay, so Surge of Victory, allied AoE, long cooldown. Extra 30% extra damage for 20 seconds, extra resolve for 20 seconds, and recovery. I'm not entirely sure.
Affects ally. So you have to be standing behind your allies for the cone to hit them.
Yep. Whereas the other one is...
You target an ally.
Titan's Touch. Which is Might and Vitality. You know
Hey, what are the accents?
Oh, shit. We do have accents. Range Sigil.
So... it reaches further?
Yeah, so they can reach a little bit further.
What are the other
way.
ones? Intensity makes it stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it increases the effect. So you can keep stacking these effects too.
You just need a much higher lore.
Yep. And Precise Action is the accuracy, which I don't think is very helpful for what we're doing. Okay, let's not select a sigil. So let's go back to. Let's probably not.
Let's go back to Frost and see what we can
let's
make.
do Frost. Let's see if I can do Distant Impact, Channeled Strength.
That's the cone.
Yeah, so this is Icicle Storm. Spray of icy shards in a cone. Each hit pierces the target's armor and deals frost damage.
Can you increase the damage output?
Maybe. So this is intensity?
Yeah.
So let's see what this does. It puts it up to 60, which means I can't learn it.
Oh.
And it's only a little bit more. So sadly, no. What about range? 50. So I can increase the radius, or I can increase the accuracy. I think I'm gonna increase the range.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want it to replace your initial frost spell?
No.
Or?
Because Frozen Grasp, what we want to do for Frozen Grasp is we want to do Rhyme Spike. which is a ranged shot, single target.
Okay.
And let's take off. We don't want range. Currently it's at 30, so now we do the intensity.
Okay.
And we can use this. So this gives us a long cooldown ice shot spell. Which has an area of effect based on where they get hit.
Mm-hmm.
So form a massive frozen spike of ice from the ground underneath target's feet, impaling and freezing them. Alright, and I'm probably going to get rid of Spectral Blur. And, okay, so lastly we've got...
Yeah, let's look at atrophy stuff.
Atrophy. Channeled, focused intent. Let's try channeled. Crippling coil.
Snake-like coils of crippling energy embrace nearby enemies and root them. That's very similar to ice, though.
Yeah. Yeah, so this isn't super useful. If it, like, hurt their stats or something, I'd be down for it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a cone of rooting, whereas this way I get touch of atrophy.
Yeah, so that takes away might and vitality.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm going to keep this as such until we can pick up some more skills.
So we have Reg and Baz, and then we have the
A lot
lady
of stuff.
we need to...
Well, let's talk to Reg and Baz.
Baz. Well, look who we have here. Chewing on some manner of cud. A heavy-set soldier flings spittle and crumbs as she walks. The Fatebinder finally shows himself. Reg.
I'm Reg. The second soldier chimes in. This is Baz. We were wondering when you might pay the camp a visit. The fifth eye has been a little starved for attention. He ordered us to...
To watch you like a troublesome babe. Make sure you don't get out of line. Baz knits her fingers together, joints cracking as she smiles.
Reg clears his throat loudly, scowling at Baz. Something like that. If you have questions, ask us. Good luck finding someone else in camp who will give you answers, or even a smile.
Is it just me or all the women in this game hyper aggressive and all the dudes are always like, shh, quiet down, lady?
Yeah, a little bit more even keel.
Yeah, because it was like that with Lucia and Marcus, with the two that we just broke up out over there.
That's weird.
And then this?
Oh, okay. Tell me about yourself, Baz.
I was a sellsword at the beck and call of fat merchants. Just another dented face in the crowd. After too many years of spilling blood on local skirmishes, I realized that I was only killing time. Then Kairos showed me a better way. Unity, purpose. Now I fight for something, not just someone. Been watching the Scarlet Furies, practicing my blade work. Not good enough to join him yet, but I bet I could show you a thing or two.
And tell me about yourself, Reg. He scratches the back of his head, at a loss for words. I had a family and a farm. Then the chorus came, and, well, now I have the chorus.
So they killed his family and took his farm away.
Yep. Priorities change when you hear screams in the night and feel a blade pressed into your neck. Things like farms or families don't seem as important.
Oh.
I used to have nightmares thinking about the culling. Felt awful, remembering how I hacked my ma and dad to bits just so I could survive.
The culling. When the Scarlet Chorus conscripts a village, they hold a ceremony known as the culling. Every able-bodied man, woman, and child is given a weapon and forced to fight their family and friends to the death. Those who survive are deemed strong enough and free from old ties to join the army of the Voices of Narat. So they essentially just force them to kill their relatives.
Yep. Reg's eyes, shadowed for a moment with sorrow, take on a feverish gleam. The fifth eye heard me howling one night, pulled me out of the horde, and took an interest in me. Now I'm studying magic, calling fire from nothing. If my ma and dad could see me now, they'd be so proud. Okay, Baz, let's see what you can teach me.
Let's dance, Binder.
Okay, so she doesn't have anything I have any interest
Bows
in.
do wield. Okay.
Reg, on the other hand.
He is fire, though. Oh. Do you feel strange?
Yeah. Reg rubs his shoulders nervously. Ever since the Fatebinder spoke the Kairos' edict, I felt like bugs were crawling under my skin. They notice your approach with mixed expressions.
No, it's Reg.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Didn't see you there, Fatebinder. Okay.
So, anything we can do for you?
So, Reg, show me what the fifth eye has been teaching you. Specifically, subterfuge.
You get more lore.
Uh-huh.
And magic staff.
Magic staff is important, yes. Oh, interesting. Oh, ranks trained this level, 5, so we can only do a little bit. Probably should have just thrown it into lore, but whatever.
Well, you can do that the next time you meet someone.
So I gotta make sure I do that every single time. Okay, and then let's loot the place. Might as well. I mean, it's worked out for us fairly well so far. Is it just me, or does Barrack kind of look like Groot?
He kind of looks like Cecile from Final Fantasy, whatever. But also like Groot.
Oh shit! 47 subterfuge. Don't think I'm getting in there. Oh well. I mean, honestly, we don't need gear that bad. Let's speed this up a bit.
What the is?
Game paused. Unpaused. What? Why? Hidden object found. Oh, it's this thing.
It's purple. What is it?
It is rot spear. It's a drug.
Okay, never mind. Oh, you already have the maximum amount of tents. You can't take any more tents.
Yep.
So do you want to talk with Salvos and the Deathnell before we go to Varia?
Yeah. We've got a lot of things here. So let's start with Lantry. Okay, never mind.
Let's go to
Deathnell.
Salveros or Deathnell.
Wait. Yeah, Deathnell or yeah. Okay.
Deathnell. You. As much accusation as a question, the broad-shouldered woman shakes her head with a scowl. So you're Tunan's Fatebinder. I was expecting something more impressive. She bows in spite of her misgivings. Deathnell, Scarlet Fury, my time is yours for as long as it amuses me. The fighter effortlessly spins a bronze sword about her hand. Let's get one thing clear. Stick to your words in law. Leave the fighting to the grown adults. Your corpse would be just a tripping hazard for those of us having a proper bit of carnage sport. We've got enough Lusa's twats dying for our name as it is. All our Horde recruits seem to do good for of late is piling in a shit-reeking mound on the battlefield. She hums low to herself and flips her sword side to side with several deft clicks of her wrist. Keep up, and we'll have to toughen our recruitment standards again. Or keeps up.
Okay.
Now, what do you need?
You said something about the Horde thinning.
Swelling until it's thundering, then crashing and receding. It's been the way of the chorus for as long as I've been in it. She offers a one-shouldered shrug, ambivalent of anything, but more likely just uncaring. We take our prisoners alive, give them a chance yet to live, to be reborn into something better. Putting any and every able body to the sword like the disfavored do is nothing but a waste. A conquered enemy is but a new ally. It merely requires the proper coercion. Of course, we do sometimes have the problem of lingering loyalties. Deserters are rarely successful in their escape, but they do try. The Vendrian guards, strengthened by their numerous blood ties, have been particularly stubborn, so I've a better plan hatched.
Brutal, efficient. I like it.
Well, get to the point. She tips her head to you, a smile playing at her lips. I had a feeling you'd see it my way. I'm thinking we redouble our efforts to recruit settlers, focusing on the unaligned and unsuspecting, instead of flushing ourselves to the gills with oathbreakers, claimed from the battlefield.
How exactly do you plan on convincing them?
A knife point has sufficed well enough in the past, but you've inspired me to try a more diplomatic approach this day. What do you say, Binder? You might be able to ease them into the idea and save the lives of their friends and neighbors in the process.
Sure, why not? Sounds like a bit of fun.
The Fury howls a satisfied laugh and smacks you dead on the back. My methods are surefire, you'll see. I mark the settlement on your map. She grins, biting her bottom lip bloodied. Ew. I can't wait to see the outcome of your efforts.
Okay.
That is creepy. So what's her role in the Scarlet Chorus?
Sure.
Deathnell frowns, her eyes narrowing. Do you not recognize a Scarlet Fury when you see one? We are the warrior spirit of the chorus, scholars of sword and shiv. She folds her arms, puffing out her chest. In peace, we train those tough enough to endure our lessons and wise enough to learn the best. In battle, it is our duty to slay our foes and inspire the horde with our skill and bravery. Deathnell clicks her tongue, looking aside to the others in her camp with an eye roll. We are fearless vanguard of this confused but glorious rabble.
Okay. And lastly, what were you expecting?
Let's see. Deathnell counts on her fingers, conducting some mental tally. From your deeds during the conquest to how you've helped us since then. She shrugs. Suppose I didn't expect much. And you've done nothing to challenge it. By Scarlet Chorus standards, you're no more ordinary than a conscript. Work a little harder on setting yourself apart. Maybe someday you'll live up to your name. Okay. Insult me again, I'll bury this blade in your belly. What can you tell me of the chorus? How's the military life, or farewell?
We already got the quest from her. That's
Okay.
really all I care about. Okay, so we did that. Let's talk to Salvos next, if I can find him. There we go.
They look like iron people.
They are. Hail, Fatebinder of Tunon! The disfavored officer pounds a heavy gauntlet against his chest, in a stiff but warm greeting. Were I a betting or a superstitious man, I'd say fortune must favor me today. I am not. But I am pleased to meet you all the same. Now, what brings you to my little slice of personal damnation, otherwise known as... He spreads his thickly gloved hands wide. This here mud and shit stinking chorus camp. Alright. Have you noticed anything you'd like to report, soldier? Maybe you noticed something unusual during your time here. He cants his head to one side, taken aback. What about the chorus isn't unusual. The army itself is a strange, malnourished beast. But no, the screamers seem mostly in order, sir, and I haven't been spying, if that's what you're implying, sir. Still as a post, he studies you sharply, scarcely appearing to breathe. Course, even if it is, it'd be damn near impossible to learn anything from this shit sty. Fifth Eye and those damned Furies don't even loop me in enough for me to do my detail. And it's not for lack of trying on my part.
Oh, so he is there?
What do you mean?
So you're ready to lose favor with the Scarlet
There might
Chorus?
be a quest I can get here. Okay. Yeah, gain minor favor, lose minor favor. Okay. I'm not just here to keep a steady eye on the Oathbreakers, who they give far too much freedom after conscripting. I'm here to be a resource for the benefit of both armies. I can provide insight regarding proper stratagem and request a stock of troops from the Iron Marshal Arenos for reinforcements. If needed, they won't listen to me, nor confide in me, nor fight beside the brethren I could request. Okay.
So why are you stationed with the chorus?
Yep. From the way most of my days go, you'd think I was here to row with the Blood Chanters and Scarlet Furies, but my post is to represent the disfavored's interests before Fifth Eye and the Scarlet Choruses, before Iron Marshal Arenos. Not that I've gotten to do either in so much as the last span. You sound frustrated. I am. He tips his helm back enough to spit at the ground. You try having to fist fuck every Fury who wants to talk to you. That's after I try to talk them down. It's a Kyrus damned mess. You act like it's a punishment being assigned to this detail. Isn't it? I know I fucked up to get here. Got 3 days in this hole. And a nice little promotion to go with my new post. Well, I won't be making the same mistake twice when it comes to the Iron Marshal. He adjusts his chin forward towards the distinct valley. I should be out there, fighting for Ash's glory, not standing here, ready to
What did you do to end up here? Yeah.
run back a report should anything ever finally fucking happen. What exactly did you do to end up in here? I made the grave mistake of suggesting the Iron Marshal wasn't fully utilizing the Scarlet Chorus. Well, here I am, a liaison's officer to a camp of liars and cheats who'd sooner gut me than ask for my aid.
So it looks like because you had favor with the disfavored,
We found that one out, yeah. Okay. Guess she showed me. Our lives are at risk, and even then you can't get along with the chorus? Begging your pardon, sir. I've never fought a battle where my life wasn't on the line. He shrugs. Kind of the nature of war, isn't it? Alright. So nothing I can do.
Okay,
Not
so
really.
now Variah Cal.
Yep.
And Lantry. I think Lantry's probably looking after.
Yeah, Lantry didn't talk.
Please, someone. I wish to bow before the voices of Narat. I thought all I could find redemption in the chorus. A woman in the makeshift armor of the Vendrian Guard lurches forward in agony. Her soiled, trembling legs suggest that she has been forced to stand for days. Ooh.
This one,
He flippantly waves at the prisoner.
was hollering earlier that she knows the location of the Vendrian Guard encampment, but she isn't being entirely honest.
I told this thing. The prisoner turns pale a moment before a look of determination comes over her face. That I wanted a guarantee that I'd live and be welcomed into the chorus as a captain. Then I'll talk. Otherwise, they'll just kill me once I've opened up. I was dumb enough to join with the Vendrian Guard, and I'm not dumb enough to give away my bargaining bronze.
Let's see.
You
So,
claim you would disavow your people for the...
Scarlet Chorus. Why would you yeah, let's go with that one. So you claim you would disavow your people for the Scarlet Chorus. Why the change of heart?
Because I want to live, and you don't need to be the Archon of Premonitions to know what the younger realms are that are gone for good. She blinks several times, catching her breath. Kairos is the new strength of the Tears, and I would rather stand with his Archons than be crushed by them.
Tell me what you know, and I can see your release. See to your release.
I heard the chorus is looking for Captain Pelox Florian and his crew. I can lead you to them, but only if you release me. She turns her head, taking a long look at the skewered and smoldering corpses around her. She tugs at her restraints, but to no avail.
You're lying. Why don't you tell me what you actually know, and I'll see about saving you.
Well, you see... Shaken by her demand, her lips move wordlessly for several seconds. So, I don't know exactly where the rest of my crew is, but I saw... I mean, I can tell you... She shakes her head, catching her breath. Search that one! She reaches up with her right leg and points with her foot, calling attention to a nearby pile of corpses. The tall, dark one, missing most of his face. Check his left boot. He was the literate one in our crew. He had the orders.
With a snap of his fingers, a pair of choirmen yank the boot off the fallen guardsman. A rolled parchment slides out of the boot and is thrust into the Fifth Eye's hands. He unfurls the scroll to give it a read.
It's nonsense, just a mash of words.
Laughter erupts from under the mask.
She said she had information and she gives us garbage. Slay this wretch for wasting our time.
He snaps his fingers at the nearby Scarlet Fury, who promptly snatches a long knife from her belt.
So do you remain silent and let them kill her, or do you say that she would swear fealty?
Yeah. I heard her say she'd swear fealty to the voices in Rot. An initiation rite would be in order.
Seeing as you are an expert in the subject of fate, I will entertain your wisdom on the matter. What, then, would you propose we do with her?
Okay, so let's test her loyalty. Kill the two guardsmen with something blunt. Send her back as our agent. That gains minor wrath. That when the time comes, she'll aid us, or you'll track down her kin, or you're wasting a good slave. Work her until she's broken and feed her to the pigs.
Okay. I'm thinking point to the two other prisoners. Let's test her loyalty.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's test her loyalty.
But I mean, it's still bad.
Varia, kill these guardsmen with something blunt.
Variah looks at the prisoners, once her allies, and closes her eyes as her bonds are untied. The onlookers snicker and cheer when a heavy rock is placed in her hand. Mouthing something inaudible, she lifts the rock high above her head and smashes it down on the prisoner's skull, wincing back as a scream as she hoists the stone over her head a second time to finish the job on the other prisoner. The bloody rock hits the ground and Varya slumps to her knees in defeat a moment later. Ew.
Good, good!
Fifth Eye places his bloodied hand on the trembling woman's shoulder and nods to her.
Welcome to the Scarlet Chorus. Don't fail us.
As a pair of soldiers come to lift Varya, the Fifth Eye turns to you, his voice filled with glee.
Where's the slave to clean up the offal when you need it? We are no closer to finding the Oathbreaker's position. Not with this cryptic mess. She promised us answers, and all she gave us was gibberish.
Oh, have you read
Sorry
it?
to interrupt, but I highly doubt it's gibberish. More likely, it's one of the local scripts.
What is he with? He's with the Lantry. Okay, I guess... Oh, that's his name.
Lantry.
Oh, he's the next party member.
Probably. I mean,
Yep.
he is voice acted.
Well, no, it's even more so you can tell. If they have loyalty and fear versus favor and wrath. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The voice comes from another prisoner tied up next to Varya, an older gentleman with quills, ink vials, and parchment scrolls. One finds on the sages of the school of ink and quill.
Good thing he didn't get his skull smashed in.
Well, ink smudges cover his cheeks, temples, and ears. His clothes appear charred, and between the rips of the fabric you spot burn scars along his arms. Despite being emaciated and tied to a post, he offers a beaming smile.
Wait, he's probably one of the guys that escaped the burning library.
Yes. Read the parchment for yourself. You unroll the parchment and see the message in modest length, written with professional, albeit hasty penmanship. The Tismen speak the Cantro just like the Northerners, but they have half a dozen different ways of writing it. This particular script is unknown to you. Show him the parchment. Can you read this?
Let me see. I can't.
You hold the parchment in front of the bound sage, and his eyes dart down the length of the missive. He reads the words a second time, nodding in silence.
I don't know exactly what it says, but I'm half certain that's Sage Selwyn's handwriting. I'm sure I could decipher that in a few hours' time. Don't need my hands free, but I think better when not tied to a post. I know, I'm weird that way.
A few hours? Either you can read it or you cannot. What use is a sage that doesn't know his letters? I've heard all I need to hear. I say we have some fun with this one.
Okay, so it can't hurt to give him a few hours.
Yeah.
You're like, depends on you translating this scroll now, or...
Let's give him a few hours.
You read the edict. I don't need to tell you the sundial's working against us. This addled old bag is trying to stall us.
Let's see.
A source of enemy intelligence. Oh!
Yeah, let's go with that one. The voices of Nerat will be upset to know you squandered a source of enemy intelligence.
How true! Then we shan't put him to waste. He will serve as a most riveting source of amusement as we put him on trial.
Fatebinder, I beseech you, be my advocate for this trial. I'm no fool. I know the chorus uses blood, not words, to settle these matters. But you are a servant of the Archon of Justice, are you not?
Fine, but I'll be his champion. This
What?
one needs to live.
Let me see. Or you can say, I'm taking him into my custody, or
So-
we need the prisoner alive. This is a terrible idea.
Yeah, so the trial is a trial by combat.
Oh, he obviously has useful information, yet you're willing to let him die for sport. Or, as a Fatebinder, it's not my place to tell the chorus how to conduct it. So, yeah,
This face. But yes, we're gonna fight for this guy.
Okay.
Okay, so fine, I'll be his champion. This one needs to live.
Good. I like it when Tunon's puppies get their paws dirty.
Okay, so you gain versus loyalty because she likes the fact that you're fighting.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind taking a swing at some loudmouth chorus braggarts myself.
Did you hear that, brothers and sisters?
Raising his arms to the sky, the fifth eye roars for all nearby to hear.
Trial by combat is upon us!
Trial by combat! Sorry, I'm just thinking about the Skeksis. Trial by blade.
The sage is unbound from the post. His stiff legs nearly buckle as he attempts to walk, and his arms flex and flail in their new freedom. Wiping sweat and grime from his brow, the sage steps close to you with a nervous smile. Rhythmic roaring and stomping of hundreds of feet in unison flood the camp. Hordsmen begin to circle and swirl about, brandishing weapons and cheering. Well, if they got this worked up to fight the enemy, I venture the war would be over by now.
Begin the chant of gathering. Let the warriors know that tonight's entertainment will soon commence.
Oh, great. How many warriors are they going to sick on you?
I don't know.
Brothers and sisters, who among you sets the standard for strength? Who among you will winnow the weak from the strong?
The fifth eye waves his hands in the air, drawing in a gathering of chorus soldiers. So it's probably going to be a 4v4. Yeah. Big head mode is great.
Our agents, or our claimants have been assembled. Now let the trial of the Oathbreaker commence.
Okay, so we start with you with... Where's my new move? That's Rhyme Spike. This is the one I'm looking for. There
Ooh,
we go.
nice.
Hopefully I don't have to worry about friendly fire. Okay, this is the other guy. Restoring Touch. Hey, we have a healer. Yes. Titan's Touch. Quicken. Not in combat. Interesting. Oh, not in combat, but it's only for the Fatebinder. Interesting enough. Renewal. Party's weapons and armor to pristine condition. Okay. Let's start with that one, because this is a long cooldown, long duration, party-wide buff. That's awesome. And then Quill Strike. Okay. Well, I think they have their... Yep, they have their orders. I think they're being cast. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, he's level 3. That's useful. Okay, now I can do Rhyme Spike on these two.
Do you do auto attacks or anything, or do you have to
My character
queue up
auto
all your
attacks,
spells?
but I like to queue up my spells, yes.
Why don't you have a Q bar? Or you do have a Q bar?
I'm just trying to figure out where my character is.
Verse is not doing well.
No, she's not. Cast your goddamn spell. Oh, I see. I can't just cast it on the ground. I have to cast it on somebody. Okay. Yeah, Verse ain't doing great. Luckily, we brought a healer along. Oh, wait, no. He already did Restoring Touch. Okay. It should be fine. Nope, it's not fine.
Yeah.
This is why I bought all those potions that you were sassing me about.
I wasn't sassing you about buying potions. It was about tents.
Oh, well, we're gonna need those too. Yeah. We'll be fine. Let's see.
Oh, she leveled up, so she got healed.
Yeah, awesome. Okay. Is that it?
By the righteous shedding of blood, we have found our answer. Regrettably, it appears the sage is worthy of leaving our camp alive.
The fifth eye officer offers a short, mocking bow to Lantry.
By the custom set forth by the voices of Narat, you are free to go, old man. Bring your grandkids that you fell afoul of the chorus. Oh, brag to your Yeah, I was thinking you were saying, like, bring them here so we can recruit them. No. Brag to your grandkids that you fell afoul of the chorus, yet live to tell the story.
Okay.
Almost put up a good fight.
Yeah, that was fun. Your warriors almost put up a good fight.
It really is bloodletting weather, is it not? My conscripts need to see more warriors of your skill in action. Thank you for the lesson you have given the camp.
I thought I'd die tied to that post. The sage looks down at his rope-worn wrists in disbelief. Now hand me that parchment. I'm sure I can decipher it. Well, much of the parchment was weathered, but I could make out the important parts of the text. The note makes mention of a meeting spot west of Tripnettle.
So the old sage knows his words after all. I'd ask that you travel ahead and see if you can't get this Captain Florian to yield to the chorus. They will strike at first sight of a chorus gang, but perhaps they will parley if yours is the face they see.
I know the area, and I suggest we go at once. I'll show you the way. I'm eager to be far from the stench of this camp. Alright.
Introductions might
Yeah,
be in
slow
order.
down. Introductions might be in order. My apologies. I guess we skipped past that part. I'm Sage Lantry, formerly of the Vellum Citadel, and, well, now of nowhere, I guess.
Ah, the Vellum Citadel.
You're offering to come with me. Why? Because the alternative is what? Living here with these illiterate brutes. My old study is under a river of fire, and there's no family missing me. Besides, I'd much rather chronicle the binder that twice proclaimed an edict of Kairos. I'd be fool to let someone else write your story. Okay. Something's amiss.
You want to chronicle me?
Yeah, we're gonna keep going. We probably get all of these. Anyway.
Oh.
Okay, fine. You want to chronicle me.
You just mentioned it after all.
Well, of course! Even if the burning library is never rebuilt, our work to chronicle the days and events needn't cease. And you're a noteworthy player in the whole war. This whole war. I can't think of another living Fatebinder that has been twice given the honor of a proclamation. Okay, something's amiss. There's a lot of fight in you for an old scholar. Now you're offering to join this little expedition.
Oh, versus fair. I have met sages every bit as cutthroat and as hardened as gang bosses. They act the part of doddering scribes, but don't let that fool you.
Smart for someone your age to be so mistrusting, but I'm not with the Oathbreakers, if that's what you're fishing at. I worked for them under duress, but no, I have no love for them. I'm not about to pledge to the chorus, and the disfavored wouldn't have me. Still, I consider myself a Kairos-fearing vassal of the Overlord's empire all the same. For as long as I've been a sage, I've trained to defend myself. We don't spend all of our time binding books and sketching wildlife, just most of it. For centuries, we've been in a quiet war with the School of Tides and the School of Wild Wrath. You can't travel alone as much as I do and not know the Bronze Dance. Alright.
Oh, so there's even little squabbles between the various mage factions.
Let's see. So you won't be a parchment weight during a fight. Good to know. Average loyalty. Oh no! I'd like to think I'm worth at least 3 or 4 angry peasants in a fight. I like him. Okay. Well, fine. If you're so eager, come with me. Splendid! You won't be disappointed. I know I may seem old and frail, but I know how to step lightly and how to not get killed. Really, I won't slow you down. Lead the way and let me know if I can be of service.
Are we done here? Let's hightail to Tripnettle. If your new pet doesn't behave himself along the way, I'm not above clipping his ears.
Oh.
You have some loot too.
Yeah, we've got loot. We seem it's just random crap for the most part.
But random stuff like that's money.
Oh yeah, very much so. Okay, so she's got precision and some other things. Yeah, so let's just quickly I'm going to throw a little bit into endurance
Health?
just cuz yeah, she was getting smacked around a little bit there. We've got no, he hasn't leveled up. Ah, he has. Okay, so this is resolve, lore, and control life. I think I'm gonna put it into this.
Mm-hmm.
The more points we get into control life, probably the better, because this way he can heal. Okay, wait. Oh, he's got more levels. Okay. But yeah, I want him to be preservation. So, greater renewal, gifted healer, arcane shield. Gifted healer might not be a bad idea. What does greater renewal do? Armor, pierce, broken armor, recovery 1 second total. I might as well go for this one just because. Okay, we don't have any other points. So what's arcane shield do? Oh, okay, that's not super useful. So how do we know? Ah, So she's got a spare point here. Let's throw it into killing spree. I like the talent tree system here, and it doesn't look like we have anything else. Maybe some spells to make.
So do you want to save?
Nope, doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, definitely saving, especially before we go out. Let's here, let's quickly do one more once over on this place. Cause we didn't loot everything.
Yeah, but some of the things were too high level.
Oh right, this was camping supplies.
There's a thing off to the far left that you missed.
Yeah, well there's this thing, but that's too high level. But if we go outside of town...
No, you missed something in the lower left corner, silly.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, yes, go down.
Well, this.
No.
Over here?
Yes. What is that?
That? I already opened this one up.
Oh, you did open it up?
Yeah, if it's got a white outline, it means there's nothing in it.
Why do they have open boxes outlined at all?
I have no idea. But yeah, we've got one more here. 32 subterfuge. Okay. So we want the main character to do it because he wants stats. Interestingly enough, he didn't get points for that. It must be randomly allocated. That's weird. Okay. But yeah, that's all. So I guess let's save. And then continue on. The map's got to be huge. Can I check like a bigger map? Oh, hey, that's neat. Not really useful, but still neat.